Good morning and welcome to Act Locally Live with Rogue Media Network and Act Locally Waco. I'm Elizabeth Riley. It's Friday morning. I'm working on 2 caffeinated beverages here. I want zero judgment in this space. Today's Friday, meaning that we are going to go over all of the headlines that you may have missed this week, get into some fluffy friends that are at our shelters that you can adopt, and then go over all of the functions that you get to take them to this weekend. So you're finding your soulmate and your community all in one. It's all set up for you right here. You're welcome. First of all, look at this beautiful artwork behind me. It's from the wonderful Debbie Miller out of Corsicana. You can buy every single one of these pieces. You can either contact her directly at Debbie Rose Miller on Instagram, or her studio is debbiemillerstudio.com. If you don't know, Act Locally Live is not the only show that you can find me on. I'm a part of the Zach Owen Show, live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill every single morning, where I bring you Nashville's Music City news, a few more Waco segments. You can also find me on the Ann Harder Show with a bit more Waco news. And then also on all of the socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Substack, Act Locally Waco. Also, our website, Act Locally Waco, has a blog and an events tab, which is probably a little bit more informative and coherent than this early morning rambling, but double check it and let me know after you sit here and listen to all that I have to say to you. But be sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications that you know when I'm coming at you all the time. First of all, Magnolia's Celebration Weekend has kicked off. It is in full swing, and it is going to be continuing through Saturday. Traffic is already crazy. There are road closures everywhere, but it has been so cool seeing the silos lit up as I was driving into work today. All of the tents are out. So many people in downtown Waco. We have some award-winning artists. Forrest Frank and Need to Breathe are headlining concerts with special guests Switchfoot and Emma Neeson as a part of Magnolia's celebration. So these are some huge names in Waco. So as always, expect some big crowds at and around the silos and in downtown Waco. The Waco Bridge has been closely following updates on Barron's Branch redevelopment project, which was the first phase of the City of Waco's 100-acre, 20-year downtown redevelopment plan. On October 6th, earlier this month, the Waco City Council approved a $32.2 million budget to acquire Indian Spring Middle School campus. And this month, they have released more details on the financing plan for the Barron's Branch phase, which includes a, $167 million public investment. This city has held an open house project before the Planning Commission, and they are going to continue to reach out for community input as the redevelopment plans take place and take shape ahead of groundbreaking next year. So if you think that construction on and around 35 is bad, just wait till it starts seeping into absolutely every single part of Waco through the redevelopment project. You know, at least they're taking care of the infrastructure problem before the population boom. It is no secret that Waco is on the up and coming. Okay, people are staying, they are living here. It is the perfect launching pad for access to cities like Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, while still maintaining that smaller city feel. And I think that this is just going to make it so beautiful. I think that Waco is on the rise to try to make it a more walkable city. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Speaking of spending some pretty pennies, Channel 6 has reported that Texas A&M is being fined by the SEC over allegations of players faking injuries during games. The Southeastern Conference issued a statement saying that A&M was found in violation of the NCAA's playing rules, fining them $50,000. They are the first team in the SEC to have violated the injury policy. And according to the conference, a second faked injury will result in a $100,000 fine, and anything beyond that will result in the head coach's suspension for the next game. And this is embarrassing. You know who else should feel embarrassed? The thief of a DoorDash driver who stole the tip jar from La Monarca's Cravings in Temple. After a long day's work, the owner, Cristela Garcia, went to distribute tips to her employees, only to find that the tip jar had vanished. They checked security cameras, and it revealed that a DoorDash delivery driver picked up an order and picked up the jar. Garcia shared the incident on Facebook, not expecting much of a response, but the Temple community floored La Monarca Craving with support. A local photographer offered up services, a complimentary photo shoot for the business, Community members donated tips for the employees to share, and customers poured into the snack pot, just lifting spirits for the whole crew at this restaurant. But then this came to an ending that nobody expected. The delivery driver who had taken the jar returned to the store and gave back all of the money that he had taken. So while this was just kind of a weird community experience, it has deepened La Monarca's Cravings connection and commitment to their community. So they intend to pay every part of the effort that was poured into them forward and back into the community. So speaking of some unexpected endings, more stories from author Harper Lee are going to be posthumously released. For a long time, the literary world thought that To Kill a Mockingbird was Lee's only major offering, but shortly after her death in 2016, Go Set a Watchman was released, and now fans have additional reading materials to enjoy. 8 short stories were released on Tuesday in a collection called The Land of Sweet Forever. These writings were found in Lee's New York City apartment after her death, and Lee's biographer say that some of these stories contain elements of the ideas that she wrote about in her most famous works. So I'm excited to get my hands on this. This proves why you should always keep writing, because someday somebody's going to go through all your journals and be like, let me publish this for the world to see. Also, speaking of new drops, the Waco Shoe Company, a trusted leader in footwear and the insole market near us, has launched the Revitaline Phoebe, which is a new shoe. It is the first ever leather walking shoe. The Phoebe is also the brand's first ever water-resistant leather shoe, engineered with all-new Walkwell technology to provide elevated performance and all-day support. The Phoebe walking shoe represents a major step forward in the Waco Shoe Company's mission to blend style with functional orthopedic footwear, and this water-resistant leather new Walkwell technology is just offering customers a shoe that looks great and supports active lifestyle in all types of weather. It looks pretty cute. I'd recommend checking out the Waco Shoe Company's website to see the new Revitaline Phoebe shoe. It is a little pricey, but you are supporting local companies who are doing the local work. We are going to take a quick break, and then we are going to get into all of the adoptable pets who are available at Pet Circle. And guess what? You're going to find your soulmate from one of these. And if you don't, we're going to have an issue. Stick around. I'll see you soon.
At Tusains, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com. Streamline event and appointment booking with Amelia's sleek, modern, and fully customizable booking forms. WPAmelia.com. That's WPAMELIA.com. Amelia. Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Whether it's sports, theater, or concert, for the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at ticketliquidator.com. Ticket Liquidator.
With San, owning iconic furniture no longer requires paying a premium. With over 15,000 satisfied customers worldwide, we've proven that high-quality furniture doesn't have to come with a high price tag. Explore our collection today at san.com.
Dive into adventure with Scuba.com, your ultimate destination for top-tier scuba and snorkeling gear. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, trust Scuba.com for the best in diving equipment and expert guidance. Explore now at Scuba.com. That's SCUBA.com. Scuba.com.
Send money abroad in just a few steps with Remitly. Sign up with your email, enter an amount, choose how your loved ones receive the money, enter your recipient's information, select a payment method, hit send, and relax. Download the Remitly app today.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated. Each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Welcome back to Act Locally Live with Rogue Media Network and Act Locally Waco. I'm Elizabeth Riley. Today is Friday, which means we have gone through a bunch of headlines in Waco that you may have missed this week. And now we are going to get into a ton of adoptable pets over at Pet Circle so that you can find your soulmate and your community all in one weekend. After this, we're going to get into all of the events that you can take them out to. So, yeah, I say that you can find your soulmate community all in one weekend because it honest to God sounds like I'm scrolling through dating profiles while I am setting these pages up for the dogs. Spayed and neutered, if that helps. Here for a good time, not a long time. Probably better than your ex. But let me tell you, there are no truck pictures, no pit vipers, or culturally offensive tattoos on this dating website. So it's a 10 out of 10 from me. First up, we have Repo. Repo is a neutered male white dog that looks like a Great Pyrenees lab mix. He is coming in at about 4 years old, 65 pounds, and he's been at the shelter since June of this year. If you're looking for a low maintenance buddy who is just happiest being near and around you, Repo is your guy. This handsome fella has mastered the art of relaxation and is a firm believer that the best things in life are soft beds and belly rubs. And he's not wrong. Repo is fine with other dogs, but he is not looking to start his own play group. He is more of a coexist in peace kind of guy. His hobbies include sitting next to you, being adored, and doing absolutely nothing. Me too, my guy. He is a total sweetheart who prefers cuddles over chaos. He's got an old soul and a chill body, and he just seems like an old truck dog who would happily keep you company as long as there is a nap involved after. Repo's dream home looks like a quiet place with a cozy spot to sprawl out on and a person who appreciates the simple things like unconditional love and a little bit of shared silence. So head over to Pet Circle and come meet this beautiful couch potato Repo. Up next, we have Hamilton, not Alexander, unfortunately. He is a neutered male white and red dog that looks like a pit bull terrier mix. He is 7 years old, coming in at 64 pounds, and he has been at the shelter since June of this year. This easygoing guy is just the total package as well. He is sweet, gentle, loving, and an absolute dream to walk on the leash. Whether it is a stroll through the park or just lounging by your side, Hamilton is always happy just to be your best buddy. He is a great sport, and he even painted a masterpiece for Pet Circle's birthday bash to put in their art gallery. Ugh, he's just so precious. He just wants to be with you, sniffing and exploring the world at your side. So yet again, come by Pet Circle and take this sweet baby home. Up next, we have Eggsy. Oh my goodness. He is a neutered male white and tan dog that looks like a lab mix. He is still a puppy, coming in at a year and a few months old and coming in at 40 pounds. He's been at the shelter since July of this year. And like I said, this friendly pup is still full of energy and he is always ready for some fun. He loves tug-of-war, splashing around in the kiddie pool, and joining the rough and rowdy play group for some high energy playtime. Eggsy's playful personality and loving nature just makes him the perfect adventure buddy and cuddle buddy all at the same time. He loves being the center of attention and will try to fit every single toy in his mouth all at once, and it's quite hilarious to watch. So if you are looking for a high energy play friend who just wants to keep your entertainment on him at all times, go pick up Eggsy at Pet Circle today. Up next, we have the beautiful Debbie. She is a spayed female brown brindle dog that looks like a pit bull terrier mix. She is about 2 years old, coming in at 50 pounds, and she's been at the shelter since July of this year. This mid-sized pitty mix is very shy, but she's very sweet. Debbie will take a bit to warm up to you, but with a little time and a little patience to feel safe, she will open right up. She loves to just quietly wander the yard, take in her surroundings, maybe take a quick walk on the leash, but then she just loves to snuggle up on the couch and look for some comfort. Like I said, she's a little shy and needs a loving home with some kindness and consistency. Debbie will reward you with the most tender cuddles and loyal heart. So come meet this shy but lovable girl. You might just be the one to help her shine, and she is looking for it over at Pet Circle. Up next, we have Diggs. Diggs is a neutered male black dog that looks like a lab mix. He is about 2 years, 2 months old, and he's coming in at another 50 pounds. He has been at the shelter since August of this year, and just like Debbie, this boy may be a little bit timid at first, but once Diggs warms up, he is ready to play. Diggs loves lap time, even though he is a big dog. He doesn't see himself as one. He has such sweet, gentle affections, and he loves balancing his own little play adventures with coming back for snuggles in between. He knows what he wants when he wants it. He is just a sweet, playful soul who wants a soft place to land. So if you have that, come meet Diggs at Pet Circle and adopt him. Up next, we have Coulter. Look at this happy boy. He is a neutered male blue and white dog that looks like a pit bull terrier. This old man is 8 years and 45 pounds, and he has been at the shelter since August of this year. But don't let his age fool you. This senior still loves to bounce and play around with everyone, okay? Coulter makes the cutest little excited sounds when he's happy, and he is always up for a good game of chase or tug of war with his favorite rope toy. He is the perfect mix of fun and heart, he's just a playful pup with the soul of an absolute best friend. So come meet Coulter at Pet Circle. He's ready to bring some joyful energy into your home. Look at that smile. You cannot resist it. Finally, we have the beautiful Ramona. Ramona is a spayed female black and white dog that looks like a pit bull terrier mix. She's about 6 years old, coming in at 59 pounds, and she has been at the shelter since September of this year. Ramona is a gentle sweetheart. She may be a little shy and unsure, but she doesn't mind other pups, and she is happiest when she feels safe. She even splashed a sweet little smile for the camera. Look at that photo. Oh my goodness. Could you be the one to show Ramona what a loving home feels like? Because she needs it. The shelter is a little too chaotic for her, and she would love for you to adopt or foster her. We're going to take a quick break and get into some more things that you may have missed this week, and also a few events coming up this weekend that you can take all of these sweet, precious puppies to. So stick around, and I will see you after this.
I know you're gonna love this Kodak Dot Plus printer. You guys just connect it to your smartphone. I can assure you, you are going to love this printer as much as my family has. You guys have to check it out for yourself.
Better sleep, inspired by nature. Your back, hips, and shoulders will fall into perfect alignment in any position, meaning that you get deeper, more comfortable rest. Visit ecoterrabeds.com.
Welcome to Market XLS, your all-in-one Excel solution for investors. Designed as an enterprise-grade platform, Market XLS caters to investment managers, secure and efficient investment management and research. Book your free demo.
A journey into new thoughts, new cultures, new adventures. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Babbel now. Go to babbel.com or download the app.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
At Matt Piffle, we believe in celebrating your journey. Our unique personalized products are designed to boost your confidence. From custom home decor to meaningful gifts, we help you cherish the memories that make you who you are. Visit mattpiffle.com and start celebrating your story today.
Welcome back to Act Locally Live with Rogue Media Network and Act Locally Waco. I'm Elizabeth Riley. Today's Friday, which means we have covered a bunch of headlines that you may have missed this week. All of the adoptable pets over at Pet Circle that you can go grab, give a home, and now we're just going to cover a bit more things that have been going in and around Waco, and then also the events that you get to take them to this weekend. So, First off, the Texas Standard released the origin story of one of the most iconic Texas brands, and I feel the need to share this with you because it's a pretty iconic story. In 1909, in the little town of Shiner, Texas, a group of German and Czech farmers decided that they missed the beer of the old country, and I do not blame them. They pulled their money together, built a ramshackle brewery, and called it the Shiner Brewing Association. But they weren't brewers, they were farmers, and the beer was bad. So bad that locals joked that it tasted more like medicine than malt. So by 1914, just a few years later, the brewery was on its last legs. A Bavarian brewmaster named Cosmos Spetzel appeared. And he had trained in Germany, worked in Egypt, and then somehow landed in San Antonio. He leased out the brewery and eventually bought it with his own savings. So Spetzel brought with him an old world recipe for a dark lager. He brewed it carefully, stubbornly, and soon the townsfolk said that Shiner beer finally tasted like beer, not medicine. So through the Prohibition era, he kept the brewery alive, making a so-called near beer and ice, and even producing some construction materials. And by the time he died in 1950, Shiner had become the pride of this little Texas town. But it never got much bigger than that. For decades, Shiner was still a tiny brewery in a town of about 2,000 souls, barely scraping by, undercapitalized, but it was managed by Spetzel's daughter, Miss Cecile. Yes. She kept it going against all odds, and it was the only female-owned brewery in America. She even lived in a house on the brewery site to devote all of her time to it. She kept it alive, but she just couldn't get it healthy. Like, locals were still loyal to the brand, but Shiner's market was so small that it was not taking off. It wasn't having any success. So after Miss Cecile, something like that, she stepped down in 1966, and Shiner went through a succession of different owners, and it never managed to garner just more than 1% of the Texas beer market. But then came along Carlos. In 1989, Carlos Alvarez stepped in. He wasn't German, he wasn't Czech, he was born in Mexico City, and his father ran a little beer distributor in Acapulco named Corona. You've probably heard of that, right? Well, Carlos had studied biochemical engineering, worked with Grupo Modelo, and learned the beer business inside out. He came north. He founded his company in San Antonio, made a fortune importing Corona and Modelo to the United States. With that success, he turned his eyes towards Texas. He saw Shiner with deep roots and a good recipe, loyal fans, but no reach, no expanding markets. So he bought the brewery, modernized all of its equipment, expanded their production, and started marketing Shiner statewide. Before long, Shiner Bock wasn't just the pride of the county, but it was on shelves from El Paso to Austin, and soon after, it was on shelves from California to New York. So today, when you raise a Cole Shiner, remember this: Texas's most famous little beer survived not only one brush with extinction, but two. In fact, in 2024, it was the #1 selling craft beer in Texas. So the first time the Shiner beer was saved by just a wandering German brewmaster who carried an old recipe in his pocket. And the second time, it was rescued by a Mexican-born importer who believed in a small town in Texas and a beer that could stand tall in the world. And there you go. Oh my goodness, Shiner beer. That's how we have it today. Another feel-good story that rose to light recently was, oh my goodness, this one made me cry. There was a Waco homeowner who was facing potential fines from the city for code violations, but the neighborhood around him stepped in, slapped a fresh coat of paint, and transformed his Waco home. Channel 25 reported on the story of Arturo Ramirez and the coat of paint that is keeping his family's memories from the past 53 years alive. The city of Waco was working with Ramirez on code violations because his house wasn't painted up to code, and he explained that it would have cost him nearly $2,000, $3,000 to paint it himself. And so that is when his neighbors stepped in, volunteers, kids riding by on their bikes, and Baylor students were even called to serve and stepped in to help Ramirez paint his house. So now, as he stands in front of his freshly painted home, he doesn't just see a house, he sees love, he sees legacy, he sees a canvas touched by community. And he said that, excuse me, Ramirez and his late wife opened their hearts and this home to 23 foster children over their time. And over all of those years, this house has been filled with nothing but love. And now he's just so deeply grateful that the same love has come back around through the kindness of his neighbors, and it will continue to thrive in that space. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to hear that. Also, to add a little bit of brightness to the city of Waco, utilities in Waco are getting some new revamps through the City of Waco's Beautification Arts and Culture program. With help from Creative Waco and the Texas Department of Transportation, local artists are turning utility boxes across the city into beautiful works of art. There are currently 11 metal boxes along Waco Drive that have been given makeovers through the initiative, with artists covering them in dioramas of Texas landscapes, beautiful skyscapes, tributes to their home cities, and so much more. Oh my goodness. Keep an eye out for these. Send us pictures. Also, this weekend, you can stop by Cameron Park Zoo. They are hosting their Cinema Safari tonight at 5:30 p.m. with a showing of the 2019 Addams Family film. The movie will start at 6:30 p.m. There will be an intermission and costume parade, and then the movie will be over just in time for bedtime. Get there early. The Robinson Area Lions Club is thrilled to announce that Halloween in the Park will be back to scare and delight on October 25th, tomorrow night. You can enjoy a night full of spooktacular fun, including a s'more station, all of your favorite Halloween candy, face painting, and a haunted house, 5 to 9:30 p.m. at Peplo Park. The Lions Club is simply asking that you bring canned goods to support the Robinson Food Pantry so that you have fun while giving back to our neighbors in need. Finally, the McLennan Community Orchestra, Central Texas Choral Society, and McLennan Opera are joining forces to present a family-friendly concert with selections from multiple different operas. Admission is totally free. There are no tickets required, and this is all taking place Sunday, October 26th, starting at 3 p.m. at the Ball Performing Arts Center. So we are leading up to the weekend of Halloween. There is lots going on, lots for the spooky season. Make sure that you get out, get involved. I'm Elizabeth Riley. Be sure to follow us at Act Locally Waco on all socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Substack. We also have a website that you can check out. Go subscribe to the Whole Enchilada, our newsletter that comes out every Friday, so you can get more commentary, more events, and you're just kept in the know. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when we're live every time. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all soon. Bye, guys.